just finished watching season 1 of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. My first kind of thoughts, of which I made a video for, I was really interested to see where they take this series. I was having a lot of fun with it. I mentioned the action. Taika Waititi, he directed the finale episode of this, and he did such an amazing job. It was a riveting, really exciting episode with a lot of actually really good character moments mixed with the action. It was a super fun episode. Yeah, we got to see quite a few more characters. We got to see a lot more of Carl Weathers' character. I'm really happy to see him in Star Wars. He did an amazing job with his character, and same thing too, seeing his character come full circle was really well done by him. Nick Nolte too returns a couple of times. We get to see him, and he did an amazing job with his character. He was easily one of my favorite additions to this new Star Wars universe. And Taika Waititi also returns in a few of the episodes as IG-11. He's basically a droid just meant for combat, and it shows you that he is kind of one of the best of the best. He has some of the best action sequences, especially in the last episode of this season. He's just blasting dudes on a speeder bike, and it's just really fun and entertaining. All the directors did an amazing job with this series. It was just so much fun to watch. We also got to see a little bit of Gina Carano. This is easily my favorite performance from her ever. It's not just kind of a physical role that she's in. She also has to bring a lot of emotion, which she does an amazing job doing, and I applaud her. She did an amazing job. It's easily my favorite work of hers. We also get to see Giancarlo Esposito as the Moff Gideon in this series, and oh my goodness, you definitely get Gus from Breaking Bad vibes from his character. He's very serious, ready to throw down, ready for lots of action, and he did an amazing job, and I can't wait to see more of his character in the next seasons, just because you can tell he has definitely a shocking and disturbing past with the Mandalorians. And once Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, the titular character, gets to learn a little bit more about him, they're definitely gonna have to throw down, and it's gonna be really interesting to see all this Mandalorian history come back at us. And speaking of Pedro Pascal, amazing job that he did in this series. Did an amazing job just kind of physical acting in this, and knowing what to turn at the right time, body language. He did an amazing job making you really care about his character, and also to making you know kind of what he was thinking in these moments. He doesn't speak too much, but when he speaks, it's always at like the right moments, which was perfect. But just too, his physical acting, his body language was just really emotional. He did an amazing job without we ever seeing his face, just seeing the mask. And a lot of that too is brought by what the internet's gone crazy for, and what I've gone crazy for, Baby Yoda, as you can see here. But yeah, no, Baby Yoda is an amazing character, and that's the one thing too that I really liked about this series, is that you can tell there is a roadmap, there is a plan for it down the line. Unlike some of the movies, or unlike a lot of the Disney projects, where it's just kind of like, oh, we got the properties, let's go. This one actually has kind of like a clear line of sight, where all the episodes are pretty episodic, except for the last two where there is a build up to the finale, but everything's kind of setting up to where we know the next season Mandalorian's gonna figure out where Baby Yoda came from and why he is a Force user, why he has these powers, and it's gonna be really fun and interesting to see him kind of bounce from planet to planet, do that. But that's why this show works so well, is there's almost endless possibilities for Star Wars, and especially for the Mandalorian, and it definitely showed that by hopping from planet to planet. And none of the characters that they put in felt forced, and that's one thing that I loved about it, is instead of just kind of drawing on nostalgia and hoping for that, they add in a bunch of new characters, new planets we've never seen before, new weapons, and it did an amazing job just keeping you entertained with just new stuff. And they did an amazing job, especially too getting to see the Mandalorian creed and how they act as a society and as a clan, where they have all these laws, these rules, how they forge their armor, all their symbols. It was really awesome to finally see this Mandalorian history on the big screen, or in live action, I should say. And yeah, they just did an amazing job mixing lore with action, with story, and it was paced so well. The episodes are pretty short for the most part. Some are like exactly half an hour long to about 40 minutes. The last episode is just under 50 minutes, but nothing felt too short. It didn't feel like they needed to add anything extra or take anything out. They did an amazing job pacing everything and kind of making everything flow in a logical manner, and everything that was in the series made sense for it to be there. All the new worlds and creatures too that we see are really entertaining, and the one thing that I really liked about the show was, like, even though the Mandalorian, he's an amazing warrior, there's other Mandalorians in the series who are bigger and badder than him, and he's still learning. He doesn't stay true to the creed, which makes him a very interesting character, and we get to see a little bit of his backstory and why he thinks this way and why he acts in these certain ways. And it's going to be really cool to see him adapt in the next season. Season 2 has been confirmed for 2020 in the fall, so I'm really excited and I can't wait to see this and do more. But as I was saying, like, it's a really fun series because you bounce around from place to place, and like I said, it's really episodic. You get kind of, there is a main story in the back, but it shows you how they get to, like, their side adventures always, which Star Wars is amazing for, because like I said, endless possibilities. So when they're trying to get from point A to point B or find a place to kind of call habitat, something happens and they can make a whole episode out of it to make it super entertaining. Or two, when they think that they find an inhabitable planet, which we see in episode 4, which is directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, it turns into almost like a Seven Samurai type of film where he has to protect the village because they're not capable to do it themselves, and it made for an awesome sequence. And you definitely get the old almost samurai, and also to a lot of people it's a spaghetti western feeling, which I think really worked for the Mandalorian and his character. You know, the Mandalorian is so much fun to watch, and I can't wait to watch more. Every single episode kept me on my feet. Episode 5, it was a pretty awesome episode because we finally got to see the Mandalorian in almost stealth mode, as I should say, and just how badass he is taking these people out. And the acting wasn't the greatest in that episode, and even too, some of the directing wasn't the greatest, but it was still an amazing, entertaining episode, and I was so excited for next week. Yeah, I can't wait to see more of the Mandalorian, and that's why I have to say that this is definitely worth the Disney Plus subscription. I'm giving season 1 an 8.5 out of 10. It was absolutely just so much fun to watch, and I can't wait to see just more of the Mandalorian grow, get more of that lore of the Mandalorians, also too of Star Wars, bring more characters in. I'm really excited to see more of Moff Gideon, especially too with the last scene of the show. I can't wait to see how he acquired what he did, but I'm going into spoiler territory. But yeah, I'm so excited to see more of the Mandalorian. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, click down in my videos to see more if you want to see more. And yeah, awesome guys.